This is Mastering the Chromebook and Google Drive video series created by Elizabeth Mangrum, Video 1, Chromebook Basics. If you have the handout, you can follow along as we go through the video. If you don't have the handout, that's okay. Let's start off with some ground rules. Before we begin using the Chromebook, you need to understand some of the rules. Number 1, use only the Chromebook assigned to you. Number 2, you are responsible for the Chromebook that is assigned to you. If there is a problem when you receive the Chromebook, you need to let your teacher know immediately. Number 3, Chromebook and account are for school use. Only go to websites approved by your teacher. Number 4, we are trusting you. Treat Chromebook and account with respect. This is not a toy, and it is not your property. You need to treat it as if it is a school book. When you receive a school book, either in class for use or assigned to you to take home, you understand that you are responsible for that book. Same thing with this Chromebook. You are responsible for it. This is an important one. Number 5, do not panic if you run into a problem. Oftentimes when students have a problem, they begin flailing their hands in the air and calling out the teacher's name as if a zombie is attacking them. Instead, what you should do if you get stuck, do silent reading or the review activity until your teacher can get to you. The fact that you are not working on the Chromebook will signal to the teacher there's a problem and they will come to you as quickly as they can. Please remember there is only one teacher and 35 students. They are working as quick as they can. Your teacher may have additional ground rules. They can pause the video at this point to discuss those additional ground rules with you. Couple of important pieces of information for you. Number 1, you can use the Google Drive from home or even from your phone. But a lot of times my students will send me a panicky email over the weekend saying they can't finish a project because they couldn't get into Gmail. This is not a Gmail account. This is a Google Drive account. So to get to the Google Drive, just go to Google. You don't need to Google to get to Google. Just type in Google. And you will see in the upper right corner a little 9-box icon like the one you see on the left side of the screen. You click on that and you will see the Google Drive. Click on Google Drive and then it will have you log in. So don't try and get into Gmail. It's not a Gmail account. Make sure that you use the username and password provided by your teacher for your school account. Getting started. First of all, every time you get your Chromebook, you want to check that you have the correct Chromebook number. So do that right now. Just double check you have the correct Chromebook. Then you want to open up the Chromebook cover. Go ahead and open up your Chromebook if you haven't done so already. Now, on a Chromebook, you have the touchpad. The touchpad is basically the equivalent to a mouse on a standard computer. Over on the left side, I've listed for you how you move the pointer and navigate using the touchpad. So if you just want to move the pointer, you're just going to have one finger and you're just going to move it across the pad. Second, in order to click on something, say a link or something like that, you're just going to press down on the lower part of the pad with one finger. In order to right-click, you press down with 2 fingers on the lower part of the touchpad. And to scroll up or down a page, you're going to move 2 fingers across the pad. Now that you have your Chromebook open, I want you to check your settings. So go to the lower right corner, and I want you to click where you see the time. And that is going to open up your settings box. And before you even log in, you want to check some settings. First, make sure that the sound is off. Your teacher does not want to listen to whatever is going on, so make sure your sound is off. Next, make sure that the keyboard is set to US. If it is not set to US, you want to get out your silent reading book and begin reading. That will signal to your teacher that there is a problem, and they will come and help you. Next, you want to look where you see, do you see kind of that funnel-looking icon that's next to the no sound icon? That lets you know your internet connection. Now, frequently when a class starts, all the students will open up their Chromebook at the exact same time. Opening the Chromebook sends a signal to the Wi-Fi to connect, because this is all in Wi-Fi and internet-based. When you have 35 kids, and sometimes it's 2 or 3 classes doing this at the exact same moment, it overwhelms the system. So instead of showing those little bars in the funnel, it may show an X. Now, last year I had students who would then proceed to do the flailing arms, zombie is attacking me panic thing, which is not acceptable. What you want to do is just wait. Okay, get out your silent reading book and just do some silent reading for a few minutes and see if it connects, because the system's going to start rolling out and it's going to connect. And if that doesn't work, then try gently closing your Chromebook and opening it back up. That restarts the process. If that doesn't work after a few minutes, try closing and opening it again. And if that's still not working, you're doing silent reading for a really long time, at that point your teacher will have come by to check on you. And it may be that you need to swap out your Chromebook for the day. Once you're connected to the internet, you should see the connection so that you know what system you're on. All right, let's go ahead and do a quick check of those settings. Teachers can pause the video right now to help students check those settings. All right, at this point, we're going to assume that everyone is connected, and if they're not connected, they're looking on to someone else's Chromebook just to see how this process works. So let's continue. Now we want to add a user. That would be you. Go to the left side of the screen in the lower section. You will see the words Add User. I know, they make it pretty easy for you, huh? Click on that and it's going to come up with this screen, and you put in your school account there and you click on it, and it's going to come up with a screen. I forgot to get a picture of this, but it's going to come up with a screen and ask you to pick a picture to just identify you when you're logging in. Don't take more than 30 seconds, okay? Solving world hunger does not hinge on which picture you pick. I know you may not like the choices, but too bad. Welcome to real life. Pick a picture, and that's just going to help identify you so you can quickly find your name on the user screen in the future. So go ahead and log in and start your account. Teachers, you can pause the video at this point to help make sure that everybody gets logged in. Okay, oops, we may be able to skip past this. So this is just a let's get everybody caught up moment. You can check your settings and log into your Chromebook if you haven't done so already. Please remember that once you complete this activity, once you're logged into your Chromebook, you do not move forward. Help your seat partner if they're having problems, or do silent reading or do the review activity provided by your teacher. This is not a social time. You are not getting up wandering around. You are not walking around, turning around, or asking people what picture they decided to have. Ask them that on your time, which is passing period and lunchtime. Right now, this is class time, so no chatting. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to. So I just want to show you that when you're a returning user, that picture that you picked will come up and it will help you to quickly find yourself, and then you just put in your password. If you have to use a different Chromebook because of technical issues, you'll have to add yourself as a new user to that one. The next thing you want to do is find the Google Drive. Sometimes that is actually, the icon is actually shown on this lower left section of your screen, but sometimes you'll need to click on the Google Apps icon and then select Google Drive. That's going to actually get you to the system. In the future, this will take you less than a minute to do this entire process. We're just walking through it slowly so everybody can get caught up. Remember, when you are finished, always sign out before returning your Chromebook so no one can mess with your stuff. Closing the Chromebook does not always sign you out. In fact, it actually does not sign you out of the system. So the next person can open it up, and let's say you're in the middle of writing your narrative essay, they can go in and write all kinds of stuff all over it, or, which could get you in a lot of trouble, or they could erase the whole thing on you. So make sure you sign out in the lower right side of the screen under settings. So go to lower right section, click on where you see the time, comes up and it shows your name and it'll just say sign out. If this is all you're doing for today, then go ahead and just go ahead and sign out. Your teacher will let you know if you guys are moving on to video too. And one final note, I can see what you do. We can see what you do. Your teachers can see you in real time and in revision history, so don't mess around. I can see you. This is the end of video 1, Mastering the Chromebook and the Google Drive, created by Elizabeth Mangrum. Thanks for watching.